Good morning, boys and girls. I hope you are having a wonderful Monday. This is Monday, April 9th, and we are still talking about respect. You can see I have my chickens over here. So excited. They're getting super big, so I'm going to pull them out in just a minute. And then one of my dogs is over here on the side that you can't really see. She really likes the chickens. So this month, remember, we're looking at respect, that you care enough to think about others' feelings before you act. So, just a couple of things that I want to talk about that I've noticed. I told you last week that I was going to be in Class Connects and watching them. I was in some Class Connects this past week watching, and I went into recordings too and watched. And some things I want us to talk about is how we talk to our friends. So this can happen in Class Connect sessions, this could happen when you're out and about talking to friends, or even how we talk to adults. It's really important that we use respect, that we think of others' feelings, and how we say things and the words we use can really be disrespectful to people, which means very unkind or mean. So, up at the top, and I know it's a little small, but here are some words that we can use when talking to others, whether it's in person or in a Class Connect session, that really show respect. So you could tell someone great job when they've done something, that it was wonderful. You also could say, I really liked when you did, and then tell that person what you liked that they did, that you were very excited about, or something that you thought that they did well. It's very respectful when you recognize that. That means you tell them that you liked what they did. That's interesting. Can you tell me more? So maybe somebody says something and you're a little bit like, what's going on? A great way, rather than to give a rude response or to be mean, you could say, that's interesting. Can you tell me more? And let that person tell you more. Maybe it's something that they're excited about, and maybe you're not really excited about it and you don't even want to talk about it. But if you tell people that's interesting and they can tell you more, maybe you're going to find out that you really like it. The same thing that they like, you just didn't really understand it until you were able to learn more about it. Next, maybe we could try this. So if you're in a group, and say you're in a chat session or you're in a Class Connect and you're in a group and things aren't going the way that you want it to go, that can be really frustrating or upsetting. I know that happens to me when things are going very different. You could simply say, maybe we could try this and give your idea. Rather than right away saying, no, I don't want to do that. I don't like this. This isn't fun. Think of something else that you could try and recommend it to the group by saying, maybe we could try this. And then if you're in that group, you need to extend and say, you know what? That's interesting. Let's give it a try. Because we know from having a growth mindset, we can be really successful at times, and at other times, things are going to fail. And the only way we learn and grow is actually if we fail sometimes and make those mistakes. When we make mistakes, that's how we grow and that's how we learn. It bothers me when. That's a good one to use because sometimes people are doing things that maybe really drive you crazy. And rather than saying, I don't like you, I don't like what you're doing, you can simply say, it bothers me when people are off task in a Class Connect session. It bothers me when people put things in the chat box during a Class Connect that has nothing to do with what we're learning. Really bothers me when we get off task. I like to stay focused and working on the lesson because I want to get done, right? You don't want to be off talking about other things. You want to get in, get your learning, and get done. So that's a really great way to be able to tell your classmates without being mean. I know we have our SOAR, and it's wonderful, but I see in some classes, everybody's putting the word SOAR in the chat message. You got to be respectful and let the teacher handle that, and the teacher will be messaging privately the students who are not on task, and the teacher will handle that. Because sometimes it gets very frustrating when you can't even read somebody's answer because so many times different people are putting the word SOAR in the chat box. You can simply say thank you. So if somebody's doing something and they've given you an answer to a question or they've tried to give you some advice, even if you don't care for it, you can simply say thank you and move on. You don't have to respond negatively. You don't have to say something mean. You can just simply say thank you. I like it when. So if there's something that you really like to do or like to go a specific way, it's really great when you're with friends or you're with your parents. You can say, I like it when this happens. I like it when at dinner, we all sit down at the dinner table together. I like it when I get to put my own clothes away, because my girls, sometimes they get very frustrated if I don't put things back in the right drawers because they have it organized a certain way. So they come to me and say, I like it when I can put my stuff away. Could you put my clothes in this pile here, rather than yelling at me and saying that I'm doing it wrong? They just tell me what they like and ask if I can help with that. And then I'm happy to do that and let them put it away. We arrange a spot that I put their clothes, and then they go put it away so that it's the way that they like it to be done. How about it bothers me when? It's okay to say it bothers me when this happens, but you do not want to include the person. It bothers me when you do this. That is disrespectful, okay? But just to tell somebody a certain situation, it bothers me when people talk when I'm talking. It bothers me when I can't answer a question. Okay? So those are some things that you can do and some ways that you can show respect. Our kindness rock. Oh, and I noticed when it uploaded, my friend is sideways. So I had a picture sent to me about a kindness rock being dropped off in Sterling Heights, Michigan. So excited to see that. I'm still looking for more pictures, so please make sure to send those. All right, before we get on to our end step information, I'm going to take out the chickens for you. I'm going to scooch them over a little bit. Remember, we have blue cheese and Reggie. And you're going to be very amazed because they are much bigger. All right, so look at blue cheese now. They're also flying. They can fly little ways. But look, the feathers. Remember last week they were so tiny? Now, look at how big. And he has feathers. And they're jumping all around. If we put them on the floor, they try to fly. So here's blue cheese for you. His tail feathers have come in really well. Look at his wings. There's his tail feathers. He's got some pretty good wings going. So I'm going to put him back in. And here's Reggie. Reggie doesn't have quite as many feathers. So you see Reggie's tail feathers? They're not in yet. It's still fluff. A few feathers, but not too many. And his wings don't have as many feathers on them yet. So Reggie's growing a little bit slower. But you can see my dog likes Reggie. And this is Reggie. So I'm going to have him for one more week. And then you're going to be able to see what they look like when they are 1 month old, because we got them when they were a week old. Now they're 2 weeks old. Oops, I'm sorry, not quite a month. You'll see them when they're 3 weeks old. All right, I'm going to put them back in and put the lid on. But they are quite active now, and we take them out and we put them on a rug inside of our house, and they run all around. Finally, M-Step 5th graders. Good luck on your M-Step. I'm going to see some of you at the Dearborn site this week, but we're going to have a lot of excitement at the M-Step. Remember, we are all super bright and super smart at High Point. When you go to take your state test, all that we ask is that you try your hardest. No reason to be nervous. So think of testing as an opportunity for you to shine and to show what you know. But more important, think of testing as a time for you to get out and meet some of your classmates in person. So I don't want us to be nervous. I know that it can be nerve-wracking to have to go and take a test, but I don't want us to think of it in that way, 5th graders, and then soon to be 3rd and 4th graders. I want us to really think about it's just an opportunity for you to go meet some friends, have a good time meeting those friends, and then to show what you know. You've been working hard all year, So sit back and relax and just try your best, okay? That's all we ask. The test helps us to see how we can change things or what we need to add to our program to help make things even better for you, okay? So it's really for us to figure out how we can best help everybody at the school. So you don't need to be worried or concerned. We just want you to try your best, okay? So that is my High Point High Fives. You're going out to my 5th graders. I'm giving you a high five for this week for testing. And then also for those of you in Class Connects that are using Respect, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week, boys and girls. I will see some of you in Dearborn at testing, and then maybe I will try to get around in the coming weeks to other sites as well for 3rd and 4th graders. Bye.